Oh, the cat
I
food
hope you got that.
smells really
I hope you
bad.
got
That was the first thing that's on recording. I hit start and all it's is, oh, it smells so strong.
Perfect. Cut this part out afterwards, except for that bit.
Anyway, so Esmeralda's wagon rolls up. From the inside, you can hear the sounds and smells of some kind of festival going on. It's the end of year New Year's festival they have every year in the town. It's quite big. Everybody from the local villages and townships turn up. It's a very good place to, make a good score. We've got one mission here for you guys to do today. It's kind of sort of important. As you're all aware, Baron Schwarz's 50th birthday is coming up next month. He'll be holding a rather large party. All of the big wigs in society are going to be there, as I'm sure you guys would like to be there too. There's a gentleman holding in the jousting tournament. He's said to be the lead for the tournament. He's expected to win. Apparently, he's got a key that will be useful for getting yourselves into the Baron's party. It would probably be useful for you to get a hold of this key. Getting the key without him noticing could be tricky. We have prepared some contingencies for you. One of our men is in the fair. He's capable of crafting you like a new key out of a key that you'll give him to him. It'll take him about half an hour if you fancy getting the key back to the person before he notices it's gone. If that's not what you want to do with it, that's up to you. That's really all we have for you here today. But essentially, it's a big carnival. I'm sure you guys can find some ways to make yourself a bit of cash.
He's a guy.
Speaking
right?
of cash, she reaches... It is a guy, yes.
Sizer
Speaking of
just-
cash, she sort of reaches behind her and pulls out a bunch of bags of coins. 300 coins each, gold coins for your work in the last job. 200 for the work that you did, and 100 for a bit of a bonus for doing it so smoothly.
Sizo looks at
And-
Lillian. This sounds like your kind of job.
Oh, probably, my dear. Probably. However, I will need a bodyguard.
I'll wait outside the door.
If you guys fancy, you can put on a bit of a show for the crowd, maybe make a bit of cash that way. Esmeralda does have brought with herself 2 performers today, so she'll be sort of at the tent or the caravan performing for the crowd, making ourselves a bit of money as well.
Sizo,
The performers she's brought with them are surprisingly strong in case of emergencies. That's just a thing you might want to know.
Sizo kind of like feels the mask in his backpack kind of rattle a bit when you mention putting on a performance.
Anyway, you children have fun. You've got a bit of spending money. Enjoy the carnival. What would you like to do?
Well, first off, I wonder why the heck is this key so important? Is it like an invitation key? Like, really?
Well, no, it's not.
Okay.
It'll come in later. It won't get you into the building, but it'll be useful once you're in there.
Ah. I
The
see.
party's not for a while away, so you'll have time to collect other things, invitations, etc.
Oh, now I see where my skills are coming in. Alrighty. Okay, so I'm going to go and see if I can find a few of these potential guests and learn a little bit more about the party.
That works.
Gather some information
So
that
you
way.
got-
Oh, well, I
Yep,
don't know where the hell this is
information
going to
gathering,
go.
etc.
Wait, what?
You have this. So you're gonna step out of the cart. Did you want to roll a perception? Maybe see. what's around?
Yes, yes. I'm going to
Sort of.
step out of the cart, just kind of look around and see if I see anyone that catches my eye that might be invited. This could be good. It sounds absolutely terrible with these headphones on, hearing that clacking. Okay, what do I see? Oh, mighty one.
18.
Actually,
Okay, and
bad.
so you step out of the cart, you see. So you're sort of stepped off to the side of the fair, like in main entrance. You're sort of just to the right of that. To the left-hand side of the cart is sort of like a bunch of foods, other carts with like entertainers and sideshows, etc., and stuff like that. To the right of you is obviously the main entrance where people are coming through, walking through. You've got to the right-hand side across from you, there's like a bunch of food stands and stuff like that. You keep looking up towards the main path. You see down the end there's a large arena where it appears to be holding the joust. Sort of rather a large crowd around there. Sort of seated up above a bit area, you see where all the nobles and royals are sort of seated up there watching the joust. Probably where you'd like to be headed if you fancy doing some choosing.
Oh, I think I have a general idea what's going to be happening here. So I'm going to make my way up over to the jousting area.
No worries. Crow, what do you fancy doing?
I have no idea right now.
Sizo's kind of like...
Dane?
Let's see.
Dane, any ideas?
Um,
If you've got anything on there?
Esmeralda's still there.
Yeah, so she's getting out of the cart with her two performers. They're going to start performing soon.
Alright, and she's already given us the dosh.
Yeah, so she gave everybody 300 gold coins.
Okay. So, without making any eye contact with people in the cart, I'll just get out and approach Esmeralda. Does she notice my approach? Oh, okay.
Well, yeah, she does. What can I do for you?
With the previous job,
Yes.
was there meant to be some form of assurance that I wasn't going to have to, let's fend for myself in a situation that was kind of gaslighted, or I could say, by the accelerant known as the other two that came along to do it?
I mean, I wouldn't say I'm privy to the details of the missions myself. I give you guys the missions, I take you there, I take you away. What happens is up to the crew that performs the mission. Unfortunately, I don't really have much of a say in that.
Okay, so my stake is with them.
Yes.
I just turn around and just double check the cart and see who's in there.
Me?
Sizo. I left.
Sizo's still in there, hanging about. There's probably some Pepses and Nadas hiding in the background somewhere.
To be fair, they were sleeping in the cart during that job, so he has no idea about them.
They're kind of innocent in this one.
Alright, I'll one sec.
Can I look around to see if there's I know there's a jousting competition. Can I go see more about that? More info about that?
Sure.
So you're just gonna follow me, basically?
I'm gonna head to the jousting station to see if I can get more information on it. See if I can talk to who's in charge.
Yep.
You know, the rules, the regulations, how to enter, that kind of thing.
Oh, this'll be good.
Alright, so you head over there and you see sort of a person sort of just out front of the big jousting area. sort of spruiking people to come in and have a look, trying to find potential people that may want to enter the competition. It's a free participant entry. You all have the same chance of winning. If you win enough matches, you get to face the champion.
You all have the
And
same chances of winning.
What's
I love that one.
What's the prize?
So the prize you get is either a large sum of gold, it's 1,000 gold pieces,
Ooh.
or the champion
Oh.
herself reckons that he's apparently unbeatable. So he can offer you a prize upon beating him as well. The prize would be left up to you, essentially.
All right. I'm interested. I asked the person, do you provide the horses and equipment?
Horses and equipment will be provided, yes.
What do I sign?
Right here, he offers you a big piece of parchment and they're cool.
I sign a pseudonym, obviously. I sign I don't know. Let's say Jim Carrey.
Classic.
Nice. I partially see where this is going, but this could be good.
That's just the first thing that came to my head. I couldn't think of a name that quickly.
No, that's
Classic.
fine. But I see somewhat where this is
Absolutely.
going anyways with this.
Mm-hmm. All right.
Whereabouts am I when he
takes me-
does that? Because I know I headed up that
So-
way.
So you're just sort of walking past him now as you're heading towards the stands.
So I did see him, basically.
So
As I
yeah, you
went
did
by.
see him signing up, essentially. You saw him writing his name down on a piece of paper.
Alright, while
So
he's
the boat
doing
gives,
that...
hang on, the boat gives Crow a slip of paper or a slip of parchment. And it just says, all right, so you'll be number 32 in the competition today. If you want to head over to the barracks over there, he gestures to a little tent over by the side of the jousting arena. They'll get you all sorted up with your equipment and stuff.
All right.
Once you're all kitted out and everything, we'll call out your number when you're ready.
All right.
I kind of walk over just before that, and I ask, is he allowed to have fans join him in the entry area? Good sir.
Not usually. Did you want to roll like a
A diplomacy to just try and persuade him?
diplomacy or persuasion or something like that?
Can I help? I'll be like, I have to roll above a, what was it, 10 to give him or a 15 to give him a +2 or something? What was the fucking help thing?
Okay. Just to go
Yeah.
along with this, I'm like, oh, but you can make an exception to me, can't you? Does he find me
Okay, it's
attractive?
10 or higher. And I go,
Will he find me attractive is another question, so I can continue this.
Probably.
Wow.
Roll to find
You're a woman. He likes
attractiveness.
women. Yes, he will. You're a woman. He likes women.
Shit, that's only for bluffing. God damn it, whatever.
I'll be like, trust me, you want her there. Oh, well, that's a nat 1. Well, it's only 8 another.
Yeah, your nat 1 doesn't do anything in my 18.
It doesn't. 8 another doesn't. If it's
So,
just that.
so basically, all you did was you tried to help me, but then you kind of like bit your tongue, and he's just kind of like, "What the hell did you do?" As I'm like, "Oh, pretty please, sir, I absolutely need to be near this guy to see him in action. Please."
Well, I mean, it's quite unorthodox, but I think we can allow it just this one.
I'm
Thank you, sir.
Sort of
trying
lets you
really
go.
hard to not show how sick I feel and disgusted.
Fair. Anyway, back to Dane. Have you decided what you're doing?
What else is happening that I can see around?
So you can see there's a few people sort of gathering around in the side service area. Sort of, there's one main attraction that a lot of people seem to be gathered around. A few people are around by the food stalls.
All right. With my exceptional perceptive skills, would I be able to figure out what everybody's looking at over at the big attraction from here, or do I need to get closer?
If you could roll it high
You
enough.
can roll for it. Yeah, you can roll for it. See what you see.
slash, isn't it?
Yep. Slash. Does slash R work or is it slash roll?
Slash R works.
Works better. Okay. I was
21.
wondering.
That'll
And
work.
if you don't need a,
Okay,
and if you don't
yeah.
want to type a like a D, like a 1DX, you can always just type C because C means check. So if you put like C2, it automatically rolls a D20 plus 2.
Anyway, so yep, you see sort of the crowd's gathered around, and you can see it's rather a large pillar sort of thing goes up. It's one of them big hammer smacky things where you hit the hammer and it goes up the bar. It's one of those.
Yep.
Everybody seems to be crowded around. There's a really rather large gentleman there. He's sort of like a giant, essentially, like a half giant. That's showing off to everybody. He's like spruiking it for everybody, essentially.
Tagrin.
And that's sort of everybody's gathered around watching.
It's Andre the Giant.
And all of my, I don't know whether to call them comrades because they're not really, my previous mission companions.
Associates.
Co-workers.
Go with associates.
Hey now. Hey now.
They've run off to do the jousty thing, haven't they?
Yeah, so they're over there doing
Basically.
stuff. You can see it. Sort of heading towards the Justin tent area.
Dude,
Jousting
I'll be
stuff.
really
Yeah,
fucking
they would
jealous.
do that with
if it turns out that what you're at right now is a fucking Wrestle Andre the Giant competition.
Do it.
I'll go.
You do remember I'm a chick, right? So does that and what my character is, she really doesn't mind that. Yeah.
I will approach the weird giant pole thingy.
Pole dude.
Yeah. Okay, so you approach up there, you sort of milling your way through the big crowd of people. He sort of spots you coming through, sees you're kind of a big, orcish looking bloke. Like, you there, sir! You look like you can swing a hammer.
Oh,
And
it's
sort of
one
look
of
at the
these
bloke and-
fucking things!
I know exactly
Yeah, that's what I
it
said.
is.
So he's just like, yeah, you look like you could swing a big hammer. Fancy giving it a shot? And he lifts his big massive mallet up.
Dude, you're gonna win a
and sort of
foam
holds it up
sword.
towards you.
Okay,
You only
I'll
want a foam sword?
take the mallet and look at. Okay, so who gave it to me? Did the giant give it to me, or did somebody else?
The giant gave it to you. He's the one
Right.
holding it and sprinkling everybody.
All right, I'll be like, okay. What are the rules here?
Rules are simple. You take the hammer, you hit the bar at the bottom, plank of wood goes up. Depending on how far you go, depending on what prize you get. Prizes at the top are quite good. Some say if you manage to break the piece of wood at the top, fabulous prizes await you. No one has been able to do that yet.
Oh, dude,
Besides me, of course. He
you're gonna
laughed
get a
loudly.
You're gonna get a Jamaican banana.
I'm just
What
waiting.
is the
I'm sitting here. Please, not 20 this. This will be great.
what's the entry?
I want you to walk away with a fucking Jamaican banana.
Entry is 5 gold pieces.
Okay. I will enter.
No worries. You put 5 gold pieces in the box,
Fucking Jimmy.
and you take a swing. Roll the
Before I
strength check.
take a swing, can I cast Divine Favor on myself?
Ooh! Little cheater.
How does that work?
Calling upon the strength and wisdom of a deity, I gain a +1 luck bonus on attack and weapon damage rolls for every 3 caster
Yeah.
levels I have.
Yeah, more like, is it a verbal, or is it a touch, or is it a...
Well, it
How
only
do
works
you
on.
cast a spell?
Are you rolling damage? I thought it was just a strength check.
Yeah, it's just a
Well,
strength
it says
check,
on
so
attacks or
Right,
weapon,
but
so I
you're
figured it was going to
just
be a
rolling
weapon attack on the.
that's not a
Nah,
strength
it's just the
test.
base strength check.
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
just a strength
Because
check.
Oh, okay,
Because it's-
okay.
yeah,
Ask for a
a
strength.
strength
So you
check
roll a
is
d20
basically
plus
like
your strength.
pushing and
Well,
stuff.
that won't do
Yeah.
anything then, so that won't happen.
Nah, that won't happen. So it's just a d20 plus your strength.
I mean, you could roll the attack to see if you actually hit the thing.
Okay, then. So, you
My
standing in
first
front of the
sleep.
block,
Yeah,
you take a mighty swing.
Oh shit! I just realized
You
we
take a
rolled.
mighty
He rolled a 2.
You take a mighty swing, and you sort of hit the round circly bit of wood that you're supposed to hit, but you've hit it on the edge and not square in the middle where you're supposed to hit it. So it only sort of goes up about 1/5 of the way.
It's still pretty
Dude,
good.
The
I
bloke
get
sort
another
of
5
goes,
gold. Do it again.
Ooh. Some of the crowd sort of snicker, some of them cheer a little bit. The bloke's like, not bad for a first swing. Nobody gets it right the first time. And sort of looks back at the box where you put more money in. Like, yeah. Because this is his job.
What's that skill that I have? Where is it? Do I have it yet? I think I do. Is it discern lines, or do I get that next level? Hang on.
We have no idea. Well, Crow might. I have no idea.
What?
I don't have it in front of me at the moment.
I don't.
It's on
I'm
my
having a
PC
quick
and
look
I'm not
now.
in front of it.
Yeah, I don't have your sheet.
Yeah, it's level 4. I don't have it yet.
Never
Oh,
before.
damn it.
Not
Because I was
yet.
going to say, I was going to discern lies. It's lying to me. Okay. I'll just
can
give
do
him
it.
the hammer and just make no comment.
Kind of slink
So
away.
you're not gonna go again?
No, his pride has been tarnished.
Alright, so well, I guess his muscles were just for show. Anybody else like to take up the challenge? Anybody?
I really
And he
want to
sort
do
of
this.
I
keeps-
do
he
the
sort of keeps
classic orcish grunt as I walk away. I'm like,
Is there a claw machine anywhere?
Sizo just suddenly stops entering the competition to go play the goddamn claw machine.
No, but come on. If this is an actual carnival and there's like fucking toss the ring at the goldfish, I mean, come
It's
on.
kind of
Yeah,
if it's a claw
it's a
machine.
carnival, man.
I know, but I want to.
Yeah, but is what?
I
I didn't
Wouldn't
think
it
you'd
be
wander
more be
straight
like
off
the
for the
fishing?
jousting tournament.
Hey man, I
But you can
signed
do
up.
stuff after
I'm
the
number
joust, as long as you
32.
don't murder everybody.
All right.
Well, I had a general idea of what I was going to do, and then him coming up, I'm like, wait a minute, I have a better idea.
Hey man, I didn't know anything. I'll stick with the joust, and afterwards we'll enjoy the carnival.
Alright.
I mean, I was going to
Okay,
enjoy
so
it
you,
anyways. I was just getting stuff done. Business before pleasure, boys.
So you walk into the jousting tent. You see
Well,
a couple of other
I-
people getting
Okay.
ready. Are you actually going into the tent, or what are you doing, Wolf?
Well, I kind of followed Sizo,
So I need to go to the
and
barracks.
as I do, wait, he has to go to the barracks?
Yeah, they told me to go to the barracks, and that's where I'll get equipped.
Oh.
Well, yeah, the barracksy place where they have the jousting tent arena thing.
Oh well, yeah, I'm going in there.
Okay, so
Words
he's
confusing.
he's
Same
going
place.
where the heck it is. Okay. So,
Where you go to get your equipment, he's going there. Yes.
is the
Anyway.
champion in there? Question mark.
He
Oh,
very
as
well
I'm
could be,
walking in with
yes.
Sizo, as I'm going in with Sizo, I kind of whisper over to him, "Don't worry, honey, you're cute, but you're not really my type."
I threw up a bit in my mouth.
That is why she said
Roll a
it.
Constitution save.
All right.
This will be good.
4.
I hope you roll on that one. It'll be hilarious. I mean,
Okay, fine.
Oh, yeah, I swallow it back.
Anyway, so you walk into the tent, you see a whole bunch of other blokes sort of preparing for the joust. They're getting ready in their assorted suits of armor,
preparing a sword
etc.
fight.
Oh, kind of
Not
sabotage the fucking people.
you and your obsession with us sword fighting here. Anyways,
A couple of
you know what?
sort of people that are, there's a person standing at the door who's like, registration number please.
32.
32. Checks it on the name. So Jim Carey. You're over there. Points to a little booth in the corner. Over there. The armor over there should fit you fine. Let us know if you have any problems.
All right. I go and get situated, I guess.
Alright.
I kinda
So
start
you go over
looking
there. You
around.
find yourself. It's a full set of heavy justice armor and a large,
Lance.
some like boots, strapping, etc.
I get all equipped
How
up.
do you go with heavy armor?
What? You mean am I proficient in it?
Nope.
Are you proficient in the heavy armors?
Let's find out. Ninja.
I don't think
Pathfinder.
Ninja is. I'm pretty sure Ninja's not.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they just aren't.
I am not at all. Do I need armor?
Didn't
Can
think
I
so.
go without the heavy armor?
Yeah.
No, they won't let you out there without the armor on.
Can I try to talk my way out of wearing the armor?
I mean, you can still wear the armor. It's just you won't be able to move as efficiently as you would have.
I
your
mean,
regular
it's the
armor.
horse's job to kind of move. So,
That's it. But like, you've still got to be able to get the joust up in the right spot and stuff.
do you mean the
It just
lance?
means that if you can, the lens, you know what I meant. It just means that, in the event that you are actually going to be doing some jousting, you will probably be taking a disadvantage on the jousting parts of the jousting due to lack of poor mobility.
I go up and ask the person if they have any light variations of the armor.
Light variations.
I mean, yeah,
It's jousting like that. It's
I
not
mean-
how we do things here.
you gotta have light armor for jousting. Where's the fun in it if there's no contact?
It's
Oh dear.
merely a friendly competition, good sir.
Is there any
Nobody's
way I
supposed to
can
be getting
convince
injured.
you to let me not wear armor at all? Trust me, it'd be fun for the audience too.
I mean, you can roll for it if you like.
Oh yeah, I do want to roll for it. I really want to fucking not
Not
wear
going
armor.
to be. It's not going to be an easy roll.
I don't have that much diplomacy, so yeah, that's probably not
Don't
good.
you? Don't you take like a -5 from that shit
No,
for trying to convince things to your game? I
I
was reading
get a
your shit before.
minus.
It didn't
I get a
have something like that at the
-3
bottom.
to try to improve a creature's mood, but I'm not trying to improve his mood. I'm just trying to be like, let me not wear
What was the
armor.
one below that? Wasn't there one below that that was
Uh,
-5? I was reading it before.
To improve.
-5
That's another
to-
-5 to improve attitude. So
Oh,
overall,
improve
that's
attitude.
-8 to try to
I thought it
improve
was
attitude.
Yeah, that's right then. Yeah, I couldn't remember. I knew it was something I read before. I just couldn't remember what it was for specifically. No, that's the right then. So 12 you rolled. That's still not going to be enough anyway.
How about I bribe you off?
Bribes. You're going to bribe the guard.
Can I like pay you some to just let me not wear armor?
So,
You're just openly asking him for a bribe out loud.
I mean, like, what's the harm in it? It's not like he's risking anything. Like, I'm just saying, like, if I'm not wearing armor, that's a risk I take myself. No risk to you, and the audience would love it. I don't see the harm in it. It's not like I'm asking you to make the other people not wear armor.
I mean, it depends on. Maybe they don't want to feel like hurting you. That
Well,
doesn't seem fair on the other
Maybe I
competitors.
feel like hurting is the only way we can truly feel anything.
might I say that I'm sorry I don't have
So
a
as
spell
you do,
a disguise. As he's doing this, trying to bribe and talk his way into not wearing goddamn armor, do I see the champion whatsoever, or do I even know what the champion looks like?
So you don't specifically know what he looks like, but sort of over in the far back end near the entrance that leads out to the jousting arena. You can see a bloke in some rather fine-looking armor. It's better than the armor that everybody else is being given. A lot of people are sort of milling around trying to talk to him. You're assuming that that's him.
I'm going to walk up and approach this gentleman, all beautifully like, or fancy, or whatever, sexily. You get the June. You get the
Yeah.
gist.
No worries.
Do I know his name?
Do you know his name? Roll a knowledge local.
Oh, this could be good.
Are you trained in it?
That's what I'm wondering. I think I am actually.
Yeah,
I
dude.
am. Oh my
Absolutely.
god, I am. Thank God. That would have been great.
It's Andre the Giant.
I mean, I don't know him that. I never said I was great in it, but at least I don't take the -2.
So, as far as you can remember, he's related to Baron Schwarzer in some way, but you can't remember how or what his name is.
Every time you say that, I just want you to finish it and say Schwarzenegger.
Schwarzenegger.
No.
So I kind of walk up just that way and just curtsy as I say, "Good evening, Sir Knight. I've heard much about your tale, or much about your valiant deeds and such, and I would love to have the honor of perhaps being the maiden you hand the flower to, or something along those lines. What is it? Giving you my favor as a maiden. You know what I'm trying to say here, right?
Yes, I do.
Yes, that.
Lucky.
That. Yeah.
Yeah, hang on, I'm just looking over sheets. No. Well, fine day to you, young lady. Don't normally get you people in the changing rooms. What brings you in here?
I am such a large fan of jousting and sports that I just had to walk in or come in and see the champion of this area. So I couldn't contain myself, so I just wish that, or fuck. Sorry to stumble over my words. I'm just in such awe at what I've heard about you that I just had to come and see you for myself, where no one else is really allowed to come and see. It just means the world to me.
Roll of diplomacy.
Jesus Christ.
And this is why this is my job.
Pretty much. Oh, well, that's quite flattering, I must say. Well, allow me to show you around. Perhaps you'd like to check out my lance.
Ooh.
Does
Oh,
he
you
say
better
that
follow that up
suggestively?
right now, Wolf.
Oh, I'd be happy to check out your lance. Good sir.
Can I polish it for you too?
He sort of looks over and leads you to a room where he gets ready for his stuff. Because he doesn't get out here dressed with the plebeians. It's like, right this way, my lady.
Lead on.
Is he a virgin? Is he like
So you're
fucking
wandering off.
one of those nerds like, hello ladies. You want to polish my lance?
No, he's just a hoe of a knight.
Dude, you're gonna polish
Pretty
some
much.
lances now.
Anyway, back to Crow.
Oh,
I mean,
Who
I
is
was
trying
gonna
to
actually try and
drive the
cast
guard.
Karma, but I'm like, this is going too well anyways. I don't even need to fucking cast Charm on this idiot.
So, Crow, you are trying to bribe the guard.
look man, I don't need armor.
How much are you offering this bribe of?
50 gold pieces. And if I win, you can keep 300 of it, of the 1,000.
He laughs at you. 50 gold pieces. I get paid more than that to take a piss out here, bro. Do you know
Go
how
take
much
a piss.
these royal
I'll
guards
take
get
over your
paid?
spot.
This is so much better that we're having to fend for ourselves.
He says, look, if you don't want to wear armor that badly, I'll have a word with the organizer. You're going to have to speak to the other competitors. I'll see who you've got drawn up.
Alright,
If it's okay with them, it'll be okay with us.
great.
I'm just now waiting for him to piss every single one of them off so that they just want to hurt him anyways. That's what I feel like this is going to lead to.
Yes. So he goes off to speak with the announcing organizer bloke. Dane, what are you doing?
I don't know what else is happening.
So there's you look around from the sideshows that you can see. There are a few ones that you do recognize. There's some bobbing for apples.
I think
Pretty standard
I think
shit.
Wolf's about to be doing some of that too.
You've got one of them. You've got one of them ones where you do the fishing for the goldfish. There's like a little squirt shooting gun one where you shoot the targets out. Food stalls are about lots of things. What did you fancy? It's a festival. There's lots of things you would normally find at a festival.
I'm thinking. Can I go over towards the fishy goldfish one and just watch for a little bit and see how it kind of plays out and what the rules are without asking about it?
Sure. You sort of wander over there, have a look. So you see that sort of side by side, there's two variations. You've got ones where you've got little papery nets that you sort of try and lift the goldfish up. A lot of small children are playing with this one. It seems to be a little bit easier. And then there's a sort of pool next to it. The fish in there are slightly larger. They have actual fishing rods that you're fishing into there with.
Damn, I want this
You
carnival.
see,
I've
you
never
see
seen
sort
that
of
one.
behind it, and behind it, there's like a display shelf of prizes and stuff you can win.
Is there anything interesting in the prize list up there?
You see, not much of any excitement in the ones with the paper handles, just lots of kids' toys, things like that. In the other one, you see a few nice prizes. There's one prize at the top, something about catching a special fish. And that comes with a prize of a magical weapon of your choice. They have a selection of like sword, mace, etc.
Ooh.
Okay.
A goddamn fishing derby in a freaking pond, a small pond. Jesus Christ.
Alright.
It's a magic pun, because
Oh,
magic.
damn.
I will watch the next competitor play and try and gauge how he sort of goes about it and how the whole game's meant to work.
Yeah. So you can roll a perception for that thing.
Yeah, sure.
20. Not bad.
Pretty good.
What's the
Yeah,
tag
so
for
you-
adding a
Hashtag.
text at the end? Hashtag.
Hashtag. Whatever.
So you see there's a few people sort of there fishing. It doesn't really seem to be too much of a trick to it. People are just sort of generally fishing about. One person has pulled up quite a few small fish. There's a bloke that seems to have been fighting with a bit of a bigger fish for a little bit now. Seems to be having a bit of trouble with it. You sort of see it's kind of hard to notice, but in a small corner of the back, you sort of see a bit of a shimmering light. You can't really tell what it is, but you just sort of have an inkling that there might be something back there. Apart from that, it just sort of looks like a regular fish. It doesn't seem to be, whoa, there doesn't seem to be any real trick to it or anything.
So the shimmering light at the back, is that kind of in like a backstage area or just away from others?
No, so it's in the pond of the water where the fishing is happening, but like sort of in the backish part. Not many people are sort of fish back there. It sort of looks like it's really deep down in the water, and it's just sort of
Right.
faint light that's glowing out at the back of the water.
Oh,
Right. What was that for, dude?
that was just me testing. Something, it didn't work.
He just thought he'd roll all the d20s and see what happens.
Right.
I just went to C. I went to C. 12.
Anyway.
Alright. I'll approach the master man or whatever he's called, the guy in charge of the whole
Mhm.
thing, and I'll
Yep.
ask him, So what's the go with this one?
I'm assuming you're talking about the one with rods.
Yes. I'm not going to the kiddie
Um,
net pond, no.
Just checking.
Unless the
totally-
sparkly bit was in the kiddie net pond.
No, they're sort of separated a little bit by just a little
Okay.
bit of a barrier in the middle.
I'd totally go for the kiddie pond.
Wow, it's pretty simple, you see. Take one of our rods here. They already come with everything you need on them. There's a lure on the end. Chuck your lure in, have a go, see if you catch anything. But depending on what the fish you get, depending on what prize you get.
What's
3 gold
the,
per go.
what's the most coveted fish to catch?
Ah, you're thinking of the golden perch. Not many people are able to catch him, but the prizes are well worth it. And he sort of gestures to the board where all the prizes are and stuff. And
Yeah. Okay. Alright, I'll give it a try.
right, you put 3 gold pieces in the box, and he hands you a little fishing rod. Have at it, my
Okay.
friend. Best of luck.
Alright, so I will aim for the okay, so it's like a semicircle, right? That's the kind of vibe I'm getting off it.
Yeah,
Or what?
so it's a big
Yep.
pool. So yeah, it's a big pool with sort of a semicircle shape because the pool's sort
Okay.
of split in half between the 2 sections.
Yep. Alright. Well, I'll move to where it's reasonably feasible to throw the line without it being too stretched out to aim for the gold sparkly section.
Yep.
And I'll prep the rod and then attempt to cast the line.
No
Okay.
worries. Roll a I've been sitting there for like the last 5 minutes trying to work out what did you roll for this. Anybody suggestions?
Would it be
Dexterity,
attack roll
maybe?
just to see if he can hit? What attack or dexterity, I believe.
So he's
Well,
trying to
it's
throw
basically
it,
an
right?
attack.
I would say dexterity,
Yeah.
but or I know like realistically this doesn't
He's-
make sense, but I do this in 5e when it's something that requires like handwork. I do sleight of hand rolls. I feel like it just sort of makes sense. So dexterity or sleight of
Yeah.
hand, I'd say would make sense.
In this
Yeah, that
case,
sounds good to me.
he's trying to aim it. I'd say it's more dexterity.
Well,
And like
dexterity is sleight
throwing,
of hand.
yeah,
That's the thing. So
yeah,
does-
true. So
Yeah,
whichever
yeah,
one's
that sounds
higher,
good.
go
So
with
yeah,
them.
Dex sleight of hand then.
Whichever one's higher, just go with it.
Mhm.
So
It sounds
which
like a
one am I
really, really
rolling?
rough.
Whichever one is higher.
Okay. I'll be Dex. Fucking hell.
Okay, so you sort of land like about halfway of where you wanted it to land. You're sort of like in the middle of the pool.
Alright. Well, I will. I guess I'm still fishing, so I have to wait.
Roll a d20. Just a d20.
Of course.
19. Not bad. Okie dokie then. So you
Nearly that
feel
nat 20 that he needed.
sort of a bit of a nibbling on your rod, and then something grabs onto it pretty hard. You're going to reel it in. Well, I suppose with these rods, it's more sort of because you pull it up than you do
Yep.
reel it in. So just roll a base strength check for me.
For fuck's sake.
11?
I
11
was
will do.
hoping
You
for a
managed to,
one.
you do manage to pull up the fish. You pull it up. It's a pretty large sized fish. You get one of the 3rd place prizes. It is 50 gold pieces and a small, like, it's, what's the word I'm looking for? It's like the dragon chess set. That's the word I wanted. So it's a dragon chess set, and 50 gold pieces are sort of inside a little bit where the chess pieces go. Enjoy your prize,
Cool.
sir.
Alright. No, well, that's
Dragon
good. I'm
chess, that's
happy with
cool.
that.
Yeah, the dragon chess sets are pretty fun.
chess in general is fun. So
I had actually a campaign once where I spent most of an evening playing dragon chess because we were bored just sitting at this camp waiting for these goblins to come attack us. So we played dragon chess
We did something
while we were
similar
on watch.
where we just played Uno though. Uno and Go Fish in D&D.
Yep. It's
goldfish. We're adding
good
cartoon
times.
into D&D.
I mean, look,
Alright.
That's it.
that became a running joke where it was Go Fish was the main game in D&D in the D&D world.
Classic. Anyway, did you want to have another crack at the fishing or
Yeah, look, I'll have one more go.
no worries? You put another 3 gold in a box.
Yep. Attempt to
Have
cast
another shot
line again.
then. Mm-hmm.
Aim for the sparkly bit. Oh my god.
11. No,
That's
so you're
better
a little
than
bit closer,
before.
but you're not quite where you want to be.
I mean, you see, if you still keep winning, like third or first,
We'll
or
see.
first,
Alright, so I'm attempting to wait for another fish to.
Uh,
Oh no!
okay, so you feel something sort of pull on your line a bit. You pull the rod up, and it's just like a bit of
boot.
clumpy seaweedy crap that's floating down the bottom.
Yeah.
It's not even a
Alright.
fish.
Alright.
Like, oh, I didn't even know those were down there.
You'll get a prize for the fact that I found something that shouldn't be down there.
So, you can keep that. It's all yours.
Do I know? Is it any kind of exotic type of seaweed?
Roll a. Is it
Survival
or nature?
Yeah, I think there's nature.
Is it knowledge nature?
Yeah,
Let's have a
knowledge,
look. Knowledge, nature.
knowledge, nature, or a survival might work.
I'm fine
Probably
if I
not.
don't know shit.
It's a seaweed. It's a weed from the sea.
Alright, I'll kind of shake it out a bit so it's not so damp, and then put it somewhere in the backpack that's not gonna, damage or get anything else wet.
No worries. Yeah. No worries.
I'll thank the guy
okay
and
then.
walk off.
That helps. Crow. The gentleman has came back. Says to you, well, I've spoken with the organizer. He says it's incredibly unorthodox, but if you're willing to put yourself on the line, then that's fine. The only consensus is that you have to ask the person you're fighting against to make sure that he's okay with it. If he disagrees
think
with it, then it's a no-go.
Mythweavers has just gone down, guys.
Oh, really?
Mine's fine. I have my sheets both open.
No, okay, it's working now. Okay, that's weird. Just the last 3 times I tried to fix it, just said it wasn't working. It's all
Just
good,
don't
sorry.
refresh.
All right.
Anyway, so he points to sort of this, he's sort of a gruff-looking bloke sitting in the corner. He's got the same sort of standard armor that everybody else gets given, but the lance that he has looks kind of different to the lances that everybody else has. He's got sort of, he hasn't got his helmet on at the moment, he's got sort of darkish hair. He's sort of got an, it's almost like an elvish look, like you might think he's probably half elf.
All right.
So you have to go have a chat with that person to convince him not to
I walk up to him.
wear any armors.
Hey.
Fine day to you, sir. What can I do for you?
Looks like I'm gonna be jousting you, and I don't want to wear armor, so they had to tell me to make sure it's okay with you that I don't wear armor.
Look, why would you not want to wear armor? That sounds frightfully dangerous.
More fun. I don't like armor.
I mean, that's all well and good, but I mean, this lance isn't just an ordinary lance. It's quite strong. I don't want to hurt you.
Hey, pain is just weakness leaving the body.
Roll something. speechcraft of some kind, diplomacy, etc.
All right, I'll roll diplomacy. That's average.
15 was the DC, so just. It's like, well, I mean, I guess if you really don't want to wear armor that badly, but I mean, I don't want to try. I don't want to hurt you.
Hey man.
Would you at least consider wearing some
I have this light armor I'm currently
some
wearing.
some hide mail, like some, what's the word I'm looking for? A shoulder guard. Would you at least still insist on wearing a shoulder guard? It's where most of the blows have just happened, and I'd really prefer if you at least had that with you.
Is it heavy?
The shoulder guards themselves aren't too heavy themselves, no.
They're probably like a medium.
You shouldn't have a problem with it with your heavy armor, no.
All right.
You could wear, like, the shoulder guard on the main arm shouldn't be too much of a problem.
All right, I'll do that.
He needs a shield too, doesn't he?
No worries. Yeah, you need a shield as well. I'm not sure if you've hit with shields or not, but
Yeah, I don't want a shield either. Don't worry.
oh no, you've got to have the shield. That's like the whole point of jousting. You might as well tell me next you're not going to use a jousting lance if you're not going to have a
I
shield.
don't want a horse either. I'm just gonna,
And then
I'm
you're just
gonna
beating
run at
people
you.
up.
I'm just gonna run at you with my fist while you're charging me with a horse. That'll be fine.
A horse? That's the other thing. You do realize you got to ride a horse, right?
Yeah. So.
I'm getting to that too. I can make a lot of the concessions to this, but lance, shield, horse are three things you're going to have, man.
What's your ride skill?
Nah.
You have high dex, I'm pretty sure, but what's your ride skill?
Nah, it's fine.
This will be good.
All right.
Anyway, so back to Wolf. How are things going? I can't put it off for as long as I could. Let's get pretty. So he leads you into his private chambers. There's sort of a few sets of other armor. There's sort of like a big pile of cushions and stuff where you could lounge about, etc. There's like a big selection of lances lined up against the wall. And he sort of leads you in, closes the door, sort of looks back at you, locks the door. And he's like, as you can see, I've got quite a fine selection. And he starts showing off his actual lances. Like this one, I won from the tournament 4 years ago. I was only 22 back then, if you can believe it.
Really? 23 only back then? I figured you were that age right now, good sir.
Oh, shucks.
I just kind of roll along with it as I honestly had no idea. I partially kind of wondered if he was about to try and go anywhere, but at the same time, it really doesn't matter to me how this is going to roll out. As I'm talking to him, can I look around to see if I can find... Is it an actual key that he has?
Yes, it's an actual key.
Okay.
Like a big
Can I
metal
look around
key.
for some spectacular looking key that looks like
Yeah,
something?
big metal key.
Yeah, let's go with that. Just,
Like a
can
big,
I find
heavy
a big
lock.
metal key?
Yep, roll a perception.
4. Eh.
16? Not bad. Not bad.
Great.
So you sort of having a scan around, you're sort of looking at him, assuming, considering he's wearing his armor, he hasn't got it on him at the moment. You see sort of near the big pile of pillows and stuff like that, there's sort of a crumpled pile of like nice clothes, but like regular clothes.
Yeah.
That we would assume that it would be in there with all of this stuff. You can't actually see it at the moment, but you assume it's in there.
Is any of his armor sets / lances over near there?
So as you come through the door, you sort of look forward. There's a big pile of cushions and stuff, and the items of clothing and stuff are to the right of that. And then on the right-hand side wall is where all the lances are, and on the left-hand side wall is where all the armors are.
which is kind of closer to the clothing.
So the armors, so the lances are closest. Yes, because they're on that
Oh,
side.
the lances are closest to the pile of clothing. Okay.
Yeah.
So I kind of walk over to the closest lance to that pile and ask, "What about this lance here? Is this the one?" And I kind of like trail off to kind of let him finish it off.
Oh, I see you have a fine, discerning taste, young lady. Yes, this is the one that I beat the Black Knight himself to get this lance. You know, it was quite a challenge.
Oh my,
Dude,
it
I
really
can't
is
believe
the
he
one.
beat Martin Lawrence.
Thanks.
That's a really dated
Exactly where
reference,
that-
but if anyone actually watched that movie, they'll get it.
It's the one
I
called The
get that
Black Knight,
reference.
isn't it?
Yeah, I like that
Yeah,
movie a
it's
lot,
classic.
but it has not aged well. It's pretty bad, but I still enjoy it.
No, yeah.
It didn't.
It's only slightly racist now.
It's been forever, but yeah. Anyways, getting back to
See,
my
schmoozing
job of
away.
admiring his lances, his lance.
Hey.
Hey. Can I please touch it?
Oh, you cheeky minxie. Well, go on then.
Thank you.
And he
I
sort
kind
of
of
presents it to you.
I pick it up and kind of just admiring it all this time. So, and can I swing this thing? Can I just try and just see how I can wield the type thing, or wield it, or just give it a few swings and jabs, good sir? I just want to ask you that. I want to ask you so that I don't accidentally injure you, especially before your matches or anything.
Do you have proficiency in heavy weapons?
Not a
Or
chance,
long
but
weapons?
not a chance. But this will be good.
So you've managed to roll me a strength check.
Oh, this will be even better.
Just a base strength to see if you've actually managed to pick it up when he's given it to you.
Oh, oh, that didn't even work. Hold on.
Broke it. Start again.
Okay, fine. I will roll a goddamn d20.
Damn, son. Okay, so you just sort of pick the lance up and you like just grab it and like it's almost lifted off your head. Like you almost, as he's holding it out to give it to you, you grab the lance and you almost
No
pick him
way.
up with the lance. Like he almost gets lifted up as you pick up the lance. He's like, "Ooh, well, you're incredibly strong too."
I'm kind of
And he's quite impressed.
I'm kind of thinking to myself, this is actually insane. What the heck did I type thing to myself? But I'm like, oh, gee, thanks. So can I give it a few swings and jabs type
I mean,
deal?
I don't see why not. You seem quite proficient with these.
Oh, honey, you have no idea. Literally,
Sort of
but
blushes
anyways.
a little bit. He's like, "Ooh, saucy."
Anywho, so I kind of shoo him back, kind of like gesture to back up a little bit, just so I don't accidentally hit him, and
Yeah, so he sort of
give it a
moves back
few
towards the side.
kind of like just admire it a bit, give it a few swings in that, and couple jabs, and I kind of like swipe downwards near the clothing pile to kind of just see if I can like accidentally spread it out.
Yeah, like
type
push it
deal.
open. Yeah. So roll a CMB.
So it'd be good. CMB. Combat.
Yeah, for combat maneuvers.
Whoops.
That's not it.
I think it's that.
21.
I'm doing quite well with this so far.
So yeah, so you sort of thrust into the pile of clothing, and then you sort of look at him, give a shy wink, pull the lance back up into the air, and his boxery shorts are sort of hanging on the end of it, and you just sort of swirl them around.
Did I end up somehow getting the key or something to come out of a pocket while I did such said
Yeah.
maneuvering.
So you see the key sort of in the pile now.
Oh.
Unfortunately, you didn't get the key on the lance. If you rolled a 20, the key would be on the end of that lance.
Damn. I mean,
90 only gets you sexy on this.
sexy my ass, but okay. Okay. So as I twirl that and ink out, I kind of glance down, and as I see that, I'm like, "What's the shiny key down there for?" I ask.
Roll a something. Roll them somethings.
Roll
What was
what?
that? I'm trying to think. I'm trying to think if it would.
I'm
wouldn't be
merely
sweet.
asking a question.
Well, fair point. Yeah, no, on second thoughts. All right, you're good. He's just like, oh, that's a key for my grandfather's estate. He asked me to look after it for him. It's of no real importance.
Isn't your grandfather what the hell was he again? A baron?
Yes.
Wasn't your grandfather Archduke Franz Ferdinand?
Sure.
No, the other one. Baron's was. Yes.
Wasn't isn't your grandfather the baron? Are you sure it's nothing that important? I mean, if I was in his position, I would only entrust something precious to to somebody with your talent for keeping it. God, I can't speak today myself. Anyway,
Words.
yeah.
Anyway, like, oh, it's just a key. Grandfather says it's where he keeps his toys. I'm not entirely sure what he means with it. Seems a bit old for toys. But he just asked if I hold on to it for him.
Oh, that sounds so ominous.
Ominous!
Or really perverted, one or the other.
Yeah, that's what I'm
Maybe
thinking.
it's both.
Oh.
Anyway, gonna jump back to Joe. Dane, what are you up to? You finished fishing now?
Yeah, I'll assume that heading towards the jousting thing, I'd go by the giant again with the big hammer thing. Has anybody seemed to have hit anything?
It's kind of hard to tell. From what you can really see, one person has one of the higher up prizes. He looks pretty happy about it. A few people have got a few. What's that? Sorry.
Sorry. Oh, you keep going for now. That's all right.
That's right. It's just a few people have had like some smaller prizes, but no one has found any top prizes yet.
Okay, because I was going to say, what's the kind of build of the guy that got one of the better prizes?
So the bloke, he won one of the 4th place prizes. He's reasonably big. He's a human, but he looks to be like he's dressed sort of in like sort of blacksmithing type gear. So you assume he's been used to swinging a lot of hammers.
I see.
Oh my god.
Alright, I'll just pass by and then try and find the others by heading towards the jousting thing.
No, right. So you head over towards the jousting arena. You're going to go into the crowd.
Please enter. This will be even better.
I will. What's the kind of venue like?
So it's a big oval shape, lots of seating around the outside, like a big tiered seating, lots of wooden chairs and stuff like that. Then your standard jousting arena in the center, big oval pole through the middle, running on either side. There's a sort of at the front end of the so as you're coming through the main entrance, you're on the right hand side of the big circle. Up the top end on the left hand side, there's like a raised section where all of the royals and stuff are sitting up there.
Okay. All right. Can I put myself in a position where I can watch the royal people without looking too suspicious. So, you know, preferably like the other side of the oval from them, or
Yep. So you can go and sit on the far side. That's sort of over where the tent sort of comes out over that side as well. So you can
Yep,
make your way
okay.
over there and sort of probably, I'm assuming, would sit at the top tier and you'd get a good overview from everything else that's up there.
Yeah, sure, why not?
No worries. You go do that then. Crow, back to you. So you're all got your shoulder pad on and you've got your shield ready.
Sure.
And you're about to be called up for your jousting match. Like 32, 27, you guys are up next.
All right.
And he sort of leads you out to the exit of there. There's a couple of horses. Is like you've got 4 horses, pick one. So there's sort of a brownish horse, a blackish horse,
I
a
pick a
whitish horse,
blackish one.
and a greyish horse.
I pick the black.
So you got sort of it's a black horse.
Yeah, I take
Yeah,
the,
so
the
it's
black
black
horse.
and
But I'm
yeah,
gonna
alright.
disguise
So it's sort of-
myself by using, you know, my disguise thing, and I'm gonna make myself look like the Black Knight.
do you have to roll for that, or
No. If someone wants to find out it's me, I'm not trying to hide that it's me. I'm not trying to hide myself. I'm just trying to like
Ah,
make it look
that,
like.
so you have no armor on or anything?
Yeah,
but you're just going
I'm
to
just trying to make
pretend.
it look like I'm trying to look like the Black Knight is one. So it's obviously fake.
Sure.
Yeah, you know what
So
I mean.
basically, you're
Yeah.
just being a wannabe.
Essentially, I'm
Yeah.
cosplaying, if anything.
No worries. Have it. So the elfish bloke that you're up against sort of comes wandering up, picks the bright shiny white horse. Like, interesting look you've got going on there.
Thanks.
And he sort of very, very easily just hops up onto his horse. Are you going to get onto your horse?
I don't know.
Roll them bones, man. Roll them bones.
What do I roll? What do I roll?
It's a ride.
All right.
It's at least dexterity, so at least you have something.
11.
I mean, not bad.
Now, does anybody have access to the actual ride sheet and what it says about it, or is it just a DC that I come up with?
I'll
'Cause
look
I
it up
haven't
and
really
find.
done much ride myself. Cheers. I haven't really done much ride myself either, so I'm
All
not
right,
100% sure.
ride. So there's falling cover.
Guide with knees, stay in saddle, fight with a combat, dash train, mount, cover, softball, leap, spur, mount, control mount and battle, fast
There's
mount.
nothing for specifically mounting.
Yeah, for getting on the horse, there's nothing. I think
Oh,
I would say
okay.
that's more actually an acrobatics check maybe to get on it. If you want to
Yeah,
try and give them that,
fair enough.
I'd say animal handling, wouldn't it be?
maybe.
No, because
The horses are pretty well trained.
Yeah.
Yeah, the horses are already well trained. That's what their job is. They're here to do jousting tournaments.
Oh,
It's more
right,
how
okay,
well you
fair,
can
fair.
ride to this.
Oh no, it says right. Typical riding actions don't require checks. You can saddle, mount, ride, and dismount from mount without a problem.
Oh, yeah. No, that's right. So yeah,
So-
you get on fine then.
Dope.
It would only be the actual jousting part, which will be ride combat or whatever it is.
Control.
Well, he'd
mount,
also
and
have the
combat.
guide with his knees.
I mean,
probably.
you're going straight. There's no guiding.
Anyway.
There's also the stay in saddle.
Yeah, if I get hit.
That's it.
And spur mount.
Kidoki then. So he sort of leads you out. The announcer calls out the contestants on the black horse wearing the not armor. Jim Carrey, ladies and gentlemen. Some people sort of cheer, some of them sort of look at you weird because he's not wearing any armor. What the fuck? Like, yes, it's an unorthodox method, but the gentlemen have agreed that this is how they would like to do their joust. And they sort of lead you out. The other competitor leads himself out on the other side.
All right. Spur mount
And-
is not making it go. It's making it go even faster than normal, is what it says. So that I would not
Yeah.
have to do a spur mount thing.
Nah, that's right.
In jousting, you want it faster.
I mean, it deals damage to the mount.
Oh, the poor horse. That's mean.
Does it?
That's some savage spurring.
Yeah, and then it becomes fatigued right after.
Oh.
Oh, brutal.
Oh, this must be
Nah,
like...
don't do that.
Yeah,
This
no,
must be
you
like
use it
wearing
as a move
spurs.
action to make it go by even. It's basically you're giving it extra movement, so like another 10 feet.
Yeah, no,
per-
I get
yeah.
it.
Ah, yeah. Spurring it on as opposed to spurring it with your spurs.
Are
Yeah.
these mounts? They're trained for this, right?
Yeah.
Oh, then I don't have to do control mount in
So
battle
they are
either.
trained. So you shouldn't have to do control mounting. It should just be a mounted. Is that mounted combat?
Yeah, but
Or is
that's
that just
but
a
the one
feat?
that there says that's only for if they're not trained in combat.
Fight with a combat
Oh.
trained mount.
Right there. Where's that fight with a combat trained mount?
If you
Oh, okay,
direct
yeah,
your
that's
war
attack,
trained
so it's
mount or
DC
attack
10.
in battle, yeah,
So
you
DC
can
10 is
make
it?
your
Oh,
own attack
cheers.
or attacks normally. This usage is free, and then you also have stay in saddle if you get hit,
Right.
Yeah.
and if you fall
No,
out,
right,
it's
so that-
soft
yeah.
fall.
No, right.
I could also use cover,
Good
which is
idea.
the fucking most badass thing ever. If I want to like instead just dodge the. It's where you hang
Yeah.
off
Yeah,
the
you might get
side.
some boots for that one. Yeah, just
If
fucking
you
yes.
can roll the 15, if you're feeling
Alright,
lucky.
so let the jousting commence.
All right.
Alright, so you charge up, he runs up,
Mhm.
everybody roll their attacks.
What do I roll for my attack? Just my
So you'd roll
melee.
yeah, so
Are
just,
you
it
able to
would
use
be-
a lance?
I don't know.
No, that's why he's getting disadvantage.
Would you get
You
disadvantage, or
haven't
would you
got
just get a
the thing.
minus?
That's a
Why is it
disadvantage.
disadvantage?
I don't think
Oh, assuming
disadvantage
it would be
exists in
disadvantage, because you
Pathfinder, which
haven't
is why I'm
got
saying that.
proficiency for it.
Uh, weapon rules. That doesn't tell me shit.
Usually it doesn't.
Pathfinder just doesn't have good. The site doesn't have good.
No, the site is bad. I'm
It's
aware,
not-
but it's got
whatever, I
it's got
don't-
everything you need. It's just not where you need it to
Organized,
be.
yeah. Using
None of the things are where you expect them to be.
weapon in Pathfinder. Okay, using non-proficient weapon in Pathfinder. You take -4. That's it. When you're using a weapon you're not proficient, you take a -4 penalty in attack rolls. All right, so it's just my melee thing -4.
Yeah.
All right. Does he have to hit my AC? Of course he does. What does the shoulder thing add?
So the shoulder will add a +2 to your AC.
Oh wow. Okay. Oh,
No, he
Oh.
laughs at your attempt to hit him.
all right.
It's not a javelin.
Whatever.
He rolls a
It's a lance.
10, 14.
Miss.
Miss. Alright, so you both miss and you go around again.
All right.
So you circle back around and you go back in for a second hit.
All right.
Ooh, that one does hit him.
Well, there we go.
Oh,
Damn.
righty then. So now he's got to roll to see if he hits you. Oh, he rolled a 20.
Oh, wait. My AC is exactly 20 with the shoulder pad thing, though.
No, he rolled a nat 20.
Oh, okay.
Oof.
So he's going to hit you before you hit him, unfortunately. If you both hit, it'd be a collision, and then you'd roll off for that. But because he rolled a nat 20,
So
he's going to
you
hit you
need-
first.
I just have to get a
So
DC
the
5
question-
to stay in saddle. A ride check, DC
Yeah.
5.
Yeah. Yeah.
Where's my ride? Okay, yeah.
Oh,
10. Nice. So you managed to stay in the saddle, but you are still going to take some damage.
He's
wait,
got to
you
roll
have
too.
proficiency in ride? Oh no, wait. This is probably just your dexterity, isn't it?
You take 5 damage.
All right. So do I still hit him? He hits first, but do I still hit him at the after that?
Normally it would do if he didn't roll a crit.
So my attack is just completely erased because of that.
It's kind of
Yeah, it's
negated.
good. Because he hit you that hard that you didn't have a chance to hit him back. Normally, if he rolled and beat your AC, you'd both hit. But because he rolled a crit on his, it's just
Fair
good
enough.
rules.
This is an interesting setup for jousting for attack rolls.
That's it. But anyway, go again. No. Oh, he rolled a 8.
Not even close.
Actually, that doesn't hit either.
All right.
Alright, go again.
All right. I'm just gonna copy this, just so I can keep pasting it. Well, now I rolled an 8.
Come on, somebody roll in that
14.
one and fly out of their mount.
What?
14.
Nope.
14.
Nope.
What am I trying to beat here?
20.
20.
20? Alright, so we're both trying to beat 20 then.
Yeah.
Oh dear.
We're going again. Ah!
Ooh. Oh. Oh shit. He rolled a 1.
And I rolled a crit.
And you rolled a 20. He gets fucked off.
He what?
Alright. He gets fucked up. So you hit him, roll for your damage.
All right. What's the damage? Do I just look up Lance and take that damage?
So it's a 1d8.
All right. Plus strength.
Yeah, plus your strength.
All right.
Ouch.
Wait. Does my sneak attack bonus go off because it's a crit?
No.
No.
'Cause it wasn't a
You
sneak
don't
attack.
No,
want
it doesn't
to
matter.
kill
My
him
sneak
either.
attack bonus goes off if it's a crit. Which is why I was asking.
You can choose not to do it though.
Okay, so you're saying I can choose not to do it. That's not saying if I can still do it.
It's an option
I
for you
see-
if you want. If you want to kill the guy,
I see
sure.
things bad here.
I mean, I'm gonna do it. All right, you're giving me no reason not to do it.
You're
Killing
gonna
people is
find
bad
out.
for your reputation. Ooh, squeaky. 17. You rolled a 17 damage.
Mhm.
And you take it down. So he gets launched clean off his horse and lands flat on his back. He is in a lot of pain. The medics rush over to him. The crowd cheers really loudly at your excellent attempt at lancemanship. Justing, that's the word.
Landsmanship.
I want to do
Justin.
something really stupid. Do I see Wolfe any? Oh no, he's still in the fucking room.
Yeah, no, he's still getting freaky with the knife.
I was just gonna randomly point to you for no reason. Just, I look
You
in
look,
the
you can probably
audience.
see
for-
Dane in
I-
the crowds.
I look in the audience for like the fattest guy there, and I just point at him. That's for no reason, and I don't say a word. I just point at him.
He just sort of looks around and he like looks at the people next to him and the people behind him. He's just like, hey, sort of looks really happy but doesn't know.
Alright.
All right then. So you lead the horse back to the stable a bit, dismount the horse, and go back into the what's something the tent.
Damn, that was fun.
That's it. You as you're going through the tent, there's a attendant at the door. He takes your lance from you. He says, "Are you all right? Do you need any healing after that?"
Nah, I'm good.
You sure?
Yeah.
All right. No worries. All right then. So you go off and do that. Back to your sitting area, waiting for your next fight. Wolf. What are you on that stand doing?
I'm
Is it getting
apparently
weird
still
yet?
twirling. I'm still twirling his underwear right now.
Pretty much.
All right. So. Oh. Speaking of your grandfather, I hear that. How long ago or how much later is his birthday party?
next month. So it was about this time next month.
I hear
About a
that
month's
your
time.
grandfather's having a birthday party soon. Are you going to do anything special for him or get him anything special? I kind of sit there like anxiously with an anxious expression on my face as I'm apparently still holding this lance for some unknown reason.
You tell me.
I completely
You
forgot
just-
that I'm still holding it up, but I'm still holding it.
So you've just sort of like got it like propped up. It's like holding against the floor, and it's just got these hanging on top of it. Like it's balanced there.
Basically, it's a flag standard with his underwear on it.
Pretty much. He's just like, oh, you hadn't heard? Grandfather is having a rather large party at his mansion. All the best
Is
people
he
should be
now?
there. Yes, I would rather enjoy if you would attend as well.
Are you saying that you're inviting me as a +1? Is that what you're saying? I kind of
I can certainly put you on the list.
lean him. Oh, that would be an great that would be sweet of you, but do you really believe somebody? I mean, I'm not really a well-known person. Are you sure I would be even invited or be allowed in such a amazing establishment?
Come now, look at you. I'm sure no one would take a second look at you for being in there.
Oh,
You'd
I'm
fit
sure
in
they'd be.
perfectly.
Oh, I'm sure they'd be taking second looks at me.
Oh, you.
Oh. I kind of like stand there, doing this, and kind of try and think to myself. Question out of character. Prestidigitation.
Prestidigitation, yeah.
The fucking weird
What of it?
spell.
Yep, what of it?
What the hell? Am I able to create a copy of something?
That's a cantrip, right?
Copy of something.
It's a cantrip, yeah.
Yeah, prestidigitation.
I don't think you can create.
A novice used for practice once it's
Yeah.
simple
Don't
magic
think you
effects for
can-
Yeah, but it
1
has severe
hour.
limitations. I don't think you can copy an object with.
Yeah, I don't think you can make a copy of something for it, no. Not one that would
Effects
hold
of
up to
matter
any
have
real sort
severe
of standard.
limitations. It can slowly lift
Yeah.
1 pound of material. It can color.
Would you
cleaner
consider
soil
a
items.
key a tool? Because I would.
I mean, yeah, I suppose it would be. It's under tools in there.
Right, because
Inventory section.
prestidigitation cannot create tools. And it
Yeah,
lacks the
see,
power
no,
to
then
play any
why
other
would I?
spell effects, so that wouldn't do it.
Yeah, I was gonna say it can create small objects, but they look crude and artificial.
But not tools, as it says.
Yeah,
Yeah, material, but extremely fragile.
So
They
it
cannot
wouldn't
be
look
used
great.
as No, they cannot be used as tools.
yeah, but it
It
wouldn't
does
look
not
great.
say I
It wouldn't
can't-
look like
yeah.
it's supposed to either.
Yeah,
It'll
would
look
like
shitty.
100%.
So you couldn't even
yeah.
use the key, though.
Like,
So that-
No, the point was I was going to try and make a copy of it to bring back to that guy to make us a copy.
like an actual copy of it, but it wouldn't look
I was
right.
going to have him copy the copy, but
why
it
not
doesn't
just
make a good
leave
enough
that
one.
copy then there and take the real one?
The copy looks really. It doesn't look. It
Right,
won't hold
but
up
then
to
it would, the copy of
visual
that of the
inspection
crude
very
one
well.
would be just the crude version, and it wouldn't work. The plan is flawed from the get-go.
Yes, I know.
Well, no, that's why I wanted to double check it before I did that, because I'm assuming she'd know better than I would actually.
Well, it's been.
Anyways, shut up.
Yeah, no, that wouldn't work. Get freaky with it.
Shut up.
He sort of saunters over to you, grabs his lance off you,
Ooh.
sort of
Oh.
flicks his undies back into the pile. He's like, "How'd you like to see my special lance?"
Oh shit.
And he winks at you.
Damn, he's getting dominant
Because if
here.
you're not gonna do it, he is.
I mean, you're the one that led in with the damn other one. It
Please,
wasn't
Wolf,
her.
do this, and then somehow, I don't know, slit his throat. Do something to make it so he has a worse time, so I can beat him.
Well, to be fair, I was gonna cast casts Shadow Splinter on you, but
Yeah,
you
but-
don't like to be touched.
Well, just do something. Like, make it so he's under your control, and then make him throw the match or something.
Oh dear. Wait. Hold on a second. Where is the spell? Because I can actually possibly do this. Oh, this is gonna be fun. Having sex while casting a spell.
You just moan
It's a thing.
you just moan the verbal part. Oh, fireball!
Basically.
Good choke on my drink. Oh, classic.
I'm trying to see what this spell does. Approach, drop, fall, flee, halt. I don't need to cast charm on this fucker. He's charmed to the fucking.
Yeah. The one where you command to make
Rim.
fall. You could just say fall, and he'd fall off his horse.
Yeah, but he's only gonna do that right now in front of me.
Oh.
He's not gonna do it then. It's not a delay.
Eat shit, asshole! Fall off your horse.
Not quite. That's how that works, I think. Spells for days.
Wait, the target can take cause it to end up in a different location.
I love my Switch.
How long is this
Pretty good.
duration, though?
Does it say? What's the
Forbid
spell called?
Target a single course of action, which is it avoids to the best of its ability. You may demand the target not to take
What's
into
the
one
spell
of
called?
the following. Forbid action.
Forbid action.
Yep.
Pathfinder. All right, let me look. Forbid action. The duration is 1 round, but
So, what would one round count as that's not combat?
Yeah, when you're not in combat.
well, it counted
Well,
for the
generally,
yeah, well, everything is like 6 seconds. So
yeah, that's it. Technically, a combat action is 6 seconds. So,
Wow. 6 seconds of not moving.
that's it.
isn't there something you could do to like just fuck him to death or something?
Bang him really well, he might just fall asleep. Folks do that.
What happens if the champion's asleep during the fucking?
See, that's the point. I was trying to see if I could make him stay there and not be able to leave. Wait a minute.
Let's see.
Oh, no, that's the other one.
Tie him up.
Blah.
Get all kinky with it. Do you not just have like a sleep spell? Sleep spells are useful.
I didn't take this sleep spell. I know. Actually, I don't even think I had sleep spell active until 2nd level. I think.
Okay.
I don't know. Bold stare, conceal spell. This is.
So if you end up fighting this guy, Crow, do not let him hit you.
Which guy?
The guy that you're about to fuck.
The Cavalier.
Oh.
If you end up in a joust with him, just be careful.
Wolf, this all rides on you while you're riding on him.
Hey-o.
Hey, I'm not here
Give that
to
man
help.
inspiration.
Yeah. See, I'm not really here to help
Give me
you.
inspiration for that.
You've had a few things that deserve inspiration this session, like you forget to do that. Yeah, it's something I can give, so yes.
Awesome. Is it the same as 5A where it's just you get advantage?
Yeah, pretty much.
Awesome.
Alright. I'm trying to get a hold of this key without him noticing as well, is kind of my idea here.
Sleight of hand
I know. Whereabouts did he
with your
push?
sleight of pants.
Sleight of hand and slide off his pants. Whereabouts? Alright, he walked up to me, right? Is he touching me, or he already took the lance and put it away? And then he
So yeah,
approached
he's
me.
just so you're sort of standing. He's standing in front of you, and behind him is the big pile of pillows and stuff, and just next to that is his clothes with the keys in it.
Oh, just next to that. Oh.
Yeah. So it's right next to the bed. I don't know why I use air quotes. You can't see me.
Let's see what we can do here. I seductively just walk up to him, place my hand on my fingers up at the top of his chest, and wait, he's wearing armor. This will be fun. Up at the top of his chest plate, and kind of run it down like, are you sure you should be doing such a thing just before any of your matches?
Oh, I'm
Just a
sure I've
question.
got plenty of time.
Well then.
There's at least 4 matches more to go.
Well then, I was going to give him a little shove, but he's got to get out of this goddamn armor.
Just start unbuckling him and shit.
This is so sexy, just taking him out of armor. Wait. Question. Is there like, you know those, in certain areas, they got that little like hiding area? Where like people go in behind to change if they don't have like a separate room.
Like a changing screen.
Yeah.
No, because this is essentially what that whole room is for him to get changed. So.
Oh, god damn it! Oh, so okay, he's on the side where his back's to the pillows, right?
Yep. There he is. Push him over.
No. Hold on. Well then, I kind of walk around him as he spins around and like set myself up near the pillows. If that's the case, would you like to open a little present or have a little bit of a present before your bout, good sir?
Ooh, I do enjoy presents.
Well, then. The best part about a present is the surprise, right? Why don't you turn yourself around, and as you do have yourself turned around, start getting yourself out of that armor. No peeking, or else it'll ruin the surprise.
Ooh, goody. Hang on. You rolled a 2. Yeah, you're good. Sounds like fun. So he turns around and like, very hastily starts unbuckling his armor. You have 12 seconds. Quick sticks.
Yeah. Just let me think here for a second. One elixir of love. This guy's basically madly in love. I don't need. Wait, what is this potion?
He's naked.
Well, no, I was just quickly looking at something before I do it. Damn, he's quick though out of that armor. So
you had 12 seconds.
While he was undressing that way, I was leaning down into the bed of pillows, or leaning back into them, and reaching or quickly, without him noticing, seeing if I could get a hold of the key and slip it hidden within my clothing.
No worries. Roll a sleight of hand.
Which I am basically also apparently taking off at this time. 8.
14. That'll do. So you're getting undressed. As you reach over to grab the key, you're sort of rummaging around in his clothes, and you find the key you picked up. As you're reaching back to put it into your clothing, he sort of turns around to look at you. He doesn't exactly see the key. He's kind of distracted by boobs.
Boobs. Where the hell did I put this key? Anyways.
So I'm assuming you've taken your clothes off and it's bundled up in your clothes.
Well, how about I've taken most of my clothing off. You got to leave a little bit for him to unwrap. Come on now.
All right, you've got the lower half.
My chest is out.
Clothes, but your jug's out. And he was very distracted by them to not see you with your keys. Putting them away.
Right. So basically, I'm just sitting there in my underwear. My hair's covering my chest. This is going to be so funny if anyone watches this as they're listening to this.
Good
And,
times.
oh yeah. I kind of, or that like come here type deal with the finger.
Yep.
It's kind of like,
Yep. So he
come
sort
over
of
here.
Santa's.
By the way,
He sort of
while I'm doing this,
turns
is there
around.
any-
You see his junk.
Junk.
Enjoy. Sort
Awesome.
of saunters over and lies down
is there
next to
any-
you in the bed.
Is there any drinks or that around, like alcohol, near them?
You see, there's a jug of beverage over, sitting on like a little bench section to the right hand side of the table, like a bedside table type, probably near the armors and stuff.
Okay.
You can't be 100% sure if it's booze in there, but it is
Wow.
a beverage container.
Right.
Anyway, we'll leave you there with your sexy members for a moment. Joe, what are you up to? Dane? You there, man? Marco?
Yeah, sorry.
He lives.
Fucking. Yeah, my brother was being a prick and fucking.
Ah,
had to
brothers.
deal
What
with
can
Just
you
some
do?
unplugged
stuff.
your headphones and you might have walked away hearing that.
Just
Anyway,
smack the bitch. What are
well,
you
how
up
did
to?
the whole? Because I missed some of it. How did the whole tournament thing go?
So, Kaizo won his first match. Then Wolfe went back with the champion bloke. They're currently about to get freaky with it.
Okay.
But I have the key hidden in my clothing right now.
He's got the key
The,
hidden in his braziers. You're
were
currently in the
the-
crowd watching.
Yeah, were the fancy royal people doing anything suspicious?
Roll a perception for me.
Let's see what the hell I can do.
17. So from what you can see from your vantage point, they weren't really doing anything suspicious. They were just sort of generally chatting, drinking, eating, enjoying the festivities, watching the jousting tournament. You did see a couple of people in a separate table, sort of a bit further away towards the back. They wouldn't really be able to see the actual jousting from where they're sitting, but they seem to be in a discussion about something.
Okay. I'll keep an eye on them. I'll, do they kind of look like schemy looking fellows?
So yes,
ladies.
so at the small table you can see off by itself. There's 3 gentlemen there. They kind of look like they might be scheming. One of them has like long grey hair, rather nice robes. They're all sort of in a royal bluish colour. Another bloke that's sitting there, he's much older. He has a long grey beard, not very much hair on his head left. He wears sort of very royal sort of blackish robes. The third gentleman there is a lot younger than the other 2. Has sort of like nice slick back blonde hair. Very nice sort of like 3-piece suit type jobby in like a sort of royal red type color. He seems to be sort of like he's rather important. From what you can tell, they seem to be discussing something rather important. Some of them seem to be disagreeing with the others.
Alright, I'll keep a close eye on them and follow them if they start walking somewhere.
No worries. Alright then, Sizo, back to you. So you've gone back in after your jousting competition. You've gone back to see the announcer you like, or the organizer. Said, very fine match today. Very impressive. Your second match will be coming up rather shortly. As is before, you're going to have to speak to the competitor to see if he's okay with your choice of armor, or lack thereof, I should say.
All right.
He's just over there, and he sort of gestures you to another person sitting sort of in a corner by himself, just sort of looking down.
I walk over there. Hey,
He looks up. It's an orc, a full orc, not a half orc. Just sort of like, what do you want?
Yeah. Do you mind if I don't wear armor?
Don't wear armor. That sounds frightfully dangerous if I do say so myself.
Oh yeah.
You sure,
I
you
feel
sure
like
you don't mind getting hurt?
Yeah, I'm fine.
Wow, more bloodshed for me then. Have at it, friend.
All right, thanks. I hold up my fist. Knuckle touch. Thumb fist.
He fist bumps you.
Awesome. All right. I
I
like
look
him.
forward to the competition.
Yeah, me too. Look. I don't need luck.
I feel like this is Sizo's favorite opponent, probably. Who's going to be his favorite opponent?
I like him
Because
already.
he's like, yeah.
Alright, yeah, so you go back. Just as you sit back down to get your stuff all sorted, make sure your strapping's on and everything's all tightened up, you get called up for your second match. 32, 48, you guys are up next. The orc sort of lifts up, looks at you, sort of lets out a big teethy grin, like, and then you sort of lead out towards the horses.
Awesome.
I'm assuming you're going to pick the black horse again,
Oh yeah. This time I'm gonna
Black-
disguise myself as Martin Lawrence.
Classic. Nobody knows who that is.
I know, but I just wanted to say it.
So you ride out in your football jersey, green football jersey.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I got my Vans on, or the pump ups, whatever that time period that movie was in.
Yeah, I don't remember. I thought they were just a pair of jeans.
The 80s?
But anyway. Oh, it wasn't the 80s. It was like the 90s or early 2000s. that
Hang
movie
on.
came out.
So when you go to pick the black horse, the orcish bloke goes, "Hey, I had my eye on that one too, you know." And he sort of holds out his like hand and his fist, like rock paper scissors. Roll a d3.
Oh, absolutely. Is one rock, two is paper, and three is scissors?
Yep.
All right. I want you to roll it in the chat too. That way, that's a fucking definite.
Yeah, I'm going to roll it in the chat as well.
All
So.
right. I'm ready.
So it's just /R.
/R1D3.
Yeah, slash RD3. Paper.
So that's paper.
Paper.
Ha! This is gonna be good. Go again. Double rock.
Paper.
Double scissor.
Rock.
Yeah.
Okay, fine. The horse is yours, and he takes the brown horse.
All right. This is so stupid, but I love it.
This is your best character. This is your best opponent. We gotta make.
I like
friends
how he
with
just
this guy.
fucking casually offers rock, paper, scissors for a horse.
Yeah, he's also cool with like spilling your blood too.
Yeah.
Like I mean,
He loves competition.
I'm feeling good.
All right then. Anyway, back to the horse rolling.
All right. 9.
9, that does not hit. 16 plus, what's his plus again for this guy? Where is he? He's on the bottom of that one. Where's it? That's plus 4. 16 plus 4, 20.
My AC is 20. Goes to the defender.
Yeah, so it doesn't hit. Sort of glances off of your shoulder guard, the only one that you're wearing.
Well,
Hitting it.
I guess
The
the last
only
guy was
reason you
right.
defended that was because you had that on.
Last. All right. Doing it again.
Alright then.
I fucking do it again. 5.
No, he rolled
My
a 14, so
17.
18, 17. Nope. Nope.
This is great.
Nope. Rolls for this. Roll all the d20s.
Did I hit or did I miss?
No, you missed.
All right. So
He's got AC 20 as well.
all right. That's an 11.
Ooh, yeah, no, no, I'm not counting that one. It was like half 2, half 20. I'm like, I'm just gonna roll that again. Ooh, 18 plus 4 though. That's
That
a
one does hit.
22.
Yeah.
So that one does hit you, and where's his damage for that? 8.
Oh, but I stay on the saddle.
Nice. And he's for 7 damage.
7. All right. That's 24, I think. Yeah. 311 is 724. Yep.
Right.
All
But you
right.
don't tumble off, so go again.
6.
19. Nope.
All right.
19.
19. Fuck.
19.
Roll again.
Yeah.
13.
Keep rolling.
All right.
Keep rolling until someone beats that 20.
Nat 20.
There we go.
Damn.
He rolled an 8 for that one, so you're definitely going to hit him.
All
And
right.
he's going to get a bit of a launch going on him.
Is he going to be able to fly?
He's gonna eat
is he gonna fly
lunch?
off the horse, or
He's going to launch as a launch off the saddle.
Oh. All right. It's 12.
12. Oh. And he rolled a 3 with his ride. This one is 4, so he's off the horse. And he takes 12
Yay!
damage. You've beaten this guy. Jolly good show. That's your second win then.
Since he gave me a toothy grin, as I see him on the ground, I'm gonna give him a toothy grin. But like, I'm not gonna smile, so it's not really a grin. It's more so I'm just showing my teeth very awkwardly.
which to the orc
just
is
how I
probably a grin.
This one looks like he was like, good show, sir.
Oh.
Oh, righty then. Back to Wolf, I suppose.
Wait, does the guy offer healing this time?
Yes. So you go back to the tent, you drop off your horse.
I want the healing now, please.
What about now?
Yeah.
No worries. He offers you a potion of cure wounds.
Potion of cure wounds.
I think it's a D8 plus your medicine bonus, if you have any.
I have no fucking idea. Where is it? It's cure wounds. Cure wounds. Oh, cure light wounds. Is that it?
Not light wounds. Wounds. So slightly better than cure light wounds.
I don't see
Heal.
the potion on the list.
I'm not sure if it's called something else or
I
if it's
just
called cure
see
wounds or
cure.
what.
Oh, so cure moderate wounds then?
Yeah, that
Okay.
would be it then. It's
So
the
it's
one up from light
2d8
wounds.
plus 1 per caster level. So if you're gonna, so it makes sense if you're, I guess you're switching caster level for my medicine roll.
Yeah, for medicine bonus.
All right. So my medicine is
Heal.
heal is
under
3.
handle
So
animal,
2d8 plus 3 then. All right.
Yeah.
17.
Nice.
That just heals me to full. Great.
Nice.
Awesome.
That's what you want.
Yep. All right. Back to you, Wolf. I'm eager to hear about you plowing this dude.
You mean he's plowing me?
Sure. Let's go with that.
Ew.
I thought you were the
It's
dominant
the fucking...
one.
It's a female, though.
What?
She can still plow.
Yeah.
My
what do you-
character's a female.
Okay, so are you saying you're not dominant? Are you not fucking cowgirling him?
She's seducing him. It
Why
doesn't
don't you
matter what she
fucking?
is.
Why don't you do exactly what Dane showed us in that video to him?
Brutal.
Oh Jesus! Just hear the Minecraft music in the background.
So, I love where this is going with that one. All right, Actually, I like that idea. So where we left off, let's see. I still got underwear on, and he's technically the one currently coming at me.
Yes.
So
Phrasing.
So he's coming up to me. I kind of reach around behind his head and kind of like swing him around so he's the one laying down instead.
Uh-oh.
Mhm.
Gotta get a little kiss on the cheek and that and kind of make my way down lower.
Oh.
And that. Getting him a little turned on there and everything. I hate you guys.
Proceed. Hey, you're the one that wanted to play Lusty Bard. This is what I thought.
She's not a bard, she's a mesmerist.
Same difference.
Not quite. Anyways, she plays a little with her tongue. We're going to keep this slightly PG'd. And then she kind of goes back up, has her lovely silk red panties, and begins kind of grinding up against there.
Oh my god.
And does that a little bit, and then she kind of slides them off to the, or she slides them off to the side so you can see her lovely lady cave.
Her flower, like they say in fucking
Yes, thank you.
Japanese shits.
Thank you. Her lovely flower. She kind of teases a bit more, and then as she goes down to kind of make it look like she's going to let him penetrate, she accidentally moves in such a way that it kind of kinks his manhood.
She's gonna put a chink in his armor, so to speak.
Wow.
So roll a CMB.
Roll for cock snap.
It's not combat maneuver bonus, it's cock break maneuver bonus.
No, that's CBM. You want CMB. Technically, it's CBT in this case.
I tried.
Cock break tactic.
Cock and ball torture.
Oh my god.
This is what you wanted, Wolf, isn't it? To be able to use your fucking charms.
Hey, I'm getting the job done.
You're gonna be doing some kind of job in a second.
Yeah, you had to beat a 15, man.
I had to beat a 15. Well, guess he doesn't take damage.
So he's like, "Ooh, that's a bit rough. Steady on." He sort of repositions
Just bite
to
his
go
dick.
again.
Listen here, you're the one trying to win the money. I don't give a rat's ass about that.
I know, but just twist his dick.
Twist his dick.
I mean, if you beat him in a jazzing competition, you can just ask for the key.
Well, that's what I figured his idea was, but I'm just going to make sure that we actually get the key.
Yeah. I mean, he's been
That way
doing pretty well in a jazzing.
Yeah. So what?
So is this one, apparently.
Hey-oh.
Hey, I wielded that fucking Black Knight Joe's pretty well, apparently. Fuck. Anywho.
So he's got you by the waist. He's
Alright.
lowering you into positions. Do you want to do a thing before this happens, or is it going to happen?
Is it going to happen? I got nothing. Wait.
He gets all up in your leg.
Here's a question. Is there protection in this world?
I mean, not really.
Not really?
Magical protection. You could,
Magical
get a
protection.
piece of sheepskin strung over you.
So I kind of like
technique.
stop him for a second. Like, hold on a second there. I got an idea. If you want that area, why don't you win the tournament first? But for now, to just give you a taste, she kind of gets down on her hands and knees and shows off her lovely rear end for him. Why don't you just take this for a taste and save the prize for afterwards?
That's such a
Could you
weird
just
thing.
tell them to eat your
Hey,
ass?
you could have vaginal, but let's save that for dessert. How about you do anal first? What?
No. You want that? You want the? You know what? Just shut up. Just go with it.
Logic. It's poor. So wait, what are you suggesting? That he stick it in your ass instead?
Yes. Make sure that I don't get pregnant here, boyo. You really want to show that you're the real man for me?
Damn, son.
Win this tournament.
I mean, he's going to, but you know. Alright then, so he's like, well,
depends.
if that's what you fancy, and he positions you in such a way
And the action happens.
as to have happened.
Anyways.
Things ensue. Well, the
Things
Constitution saving
ensue.
throw.
Oh shit! Roll performance as well. Make her.
No, he's rolling performance.
They should both roll performance.
Why is he
Roll off
rolling
performance. So he performed. Depends how long he performs for.
Yeah. See how long you
energetic
fucking
he
please
is in
each
his
other.
performance.
Where the fuck is my constitution? There is no constitution.
It's your con. Just scroll way up. It's your con mod.
Oh, that's great.
Oh shit. Wow, this guy's got perform of +6. So, you know.
Of
Roll
course
per-
he does. He's
So
a
he rolled
fucking
a-
jokester. There's
he
your
rolled a
constitution. Anyways,
Alright, so you managed to
He has
hold
to
up.
roll con so he doesn't get blue balled, dude.
All right. What did he get
He
for his
rolled a
performance?
17 + 6.
Oh!
god damn.
23.
Wolf, roll your performance.
He's
See how
good at
well.
this.
See how well you reciprocated with your ass.
Who's good at this? He's got moves.
Maybe Wolf does too. No, Wolf, you're
Apparently not as well.
you're an average.
Stop
Hey.
it.
I mean, it
He
gets
does that
the
thing where he
job
spins around.
Wait. I'm gonna move the camera to Chrome so that people can't see this. I'm gonna put this in out of character. Is this hang on. I'm not gonna play it, but you guys can. And that's not gonna be recorded. Is this what him and Wolf do? Is this the guy? All right. There. You guys can watch that real quick.
That's exactly what's probably happening with his performance.
Pretty
right
much.
there.
Surprise.
Anyways,
so
kind
Who
of fast
comes
forward
ahead?
to the end of this. Or
that's
end of
it, and
that.
he's going to roll a Constitution saving throw to see if he stays awake.
Wouldn't that be wisdom if it's staying awake?
Well, you know, from being tired. Constitution, I'd assume. And he rolled a 3 plus 1, 4. So he's passed the fuck out, and he will be out for the next 2 hours. You're set, bro.
All right. So, wait, do I have to roll just to see if he wore me the fuck?
Roll to see how much
No,
cum
that
was
was
in
your
your ass.
Constitution save.
I
Roll for
mean-
cleaning. See,
Roll
that's what
to-
prestidigitation.
Roll to see if any drips down and
Prestidigitation.
gets into you, so you get pregnant anyway.
Oh, shut up.
See, that's what prestidigitation is good for, cleaning things.
Clean your asshole. Wait, you could have did that
Because
anyway.
we're
Then you don't need protection.
Shut up, Crow.
Pretty much. Pretty much, yes. Just
Oh, she just lets-
prestidigitated itself clean.
Don't get mad at me because
She's
I'm
gotta let
speaking
her
facts.
jewel. She's got to keep her jewel safe until someone who's worthy gets it.
Until marriage. Sorry. Fuck me in the ass because I
Yeah.
love Jesus.
Yeah, that's definitely. Hey, she was a nun.
Hey,
Wow, she took
Anyways.
that job seriously.
Shut up.
oh.
So what am I rolling here? Or do I
think
roll
you're
anything?
good. No, you're good. You already did your Constitution save.
Okay, so apparently I at least can stay awake longer than he can.
That's
And
it.
blah blah blah.
He was just better
Okay,
at it than you.
so
Was he the best you've ever
now
had?
that he's kind of asleep, I get up, put my clothing on after cleaning my ass out with prestidigitation.
Oh, I'm a
That's the
fucking
second time I've
child.
read it.
It's so funny.
I'm gonna see this on Reddit someday, I feel. Anyways, slip the key into my cleavage after I get my clothing on, and
Man, it's a good thing you didn't put that key in your asshole.
shut up.
Oh,
Anyways, Crow,
What's up?
just wait.
You
I might
said
help
something.
you more so in the future. We'll see here. Anyways, I walk over to his whatever the fuck the drink is, and I dump a love potion into it, or a love elixir
ooh,
into
nice.
it. So basically, I think it's what the first person he sees afterwards for the next 1d3 hours, he's going to be infatuated with, basically. I hope that guard is outside.
Roll a d3. Roll a d3 for me.
Yeah, just for the duration.
Yeah.
So 2 hours. He will be infatuated with the first person he sees. He's asleep though,
Despite the
so...
fact he's going to be asleep for 4 hours. So.
Well, he hasn't had a drink of this yet. I slipped it into the drink.
Oh,
So
right,
after
yeah, I
he
suppose.
drinks it,
Yeah. Wakes up
then
as a
this
drink.
will
Sees
happen.
someone.
So, here's my elixir of
Good
love,
times.
but this should be possibly worth it, I hope. I then just proceed to leave the room. I unlock it.
Saunter your way out.
What do you mean? What?
No, just unlock the door, saunter your way out.
I unlock the door, casually step out. Is there any guard there, standing there or that?
No, there isn't really any guard at his door specifically. There's guards
There's
like in the entrance.
just nobody around at all. No one sees me sneaking it.
Not
Just walk.
so.
This leads into the area where Saizo and that is sitting, right?
Yeah,
All
it
right.
does.
So there's
So
the other gentleman around, right?
Yeah. So only one person sees you coming out of the room. He just sort of looks at you, gives sort of a coy smile, and that's really it. He knows what was going on.
I kind of just like
With that
raise my
roll of
eye.
22, everybody knows what was going on. He was good at it.
Oh, is that what he rolled
Tents
for
aren't
the
exactly
oh, yeah.
Tents aren't exactly what you call soundproof.
No, I kind of just like, like that raised my eyebrows, like, yeah, you wish you were him, kind of thing towards that gentleman, and kind of walk
Make your way up.
past. Well, no, is Saizo in there right now? In the tent
Yeah,
right now?
Saizo was in the tent.
So I kind of walk
He
past
just came in
Saizo.
after his second match.
All right. Well, I kind of walk past Saizo and give him kind of like a wink. Not like seductive style wink, but just a wink in general. Or I walk up to him and ask him, "So how are your matches going, Saizo?
I win.
You're winning?"
Yeah.
I kind of reach out my hand to just like say, shake it.
Can I smell his hand from here?
Do you have scent?
No,
I
but
use
can I roll
prestidigitation,
perception
remember?
to like look at his
Sure,
hand?
go on.
All right.
Sure, go on. I mean, you've got ears. You know what happened in there.
Palms are sweaty.
Palms?
Yeah, his hands look like they've had greasy man meat on them.
I don't want to touch his hands.
Oh, sorry, honey. Well, good luck to you anyways for your future matches. I kind of walk by. Is there any clothing or something that is somewhere nearby? A cloth, I don't care what.
Yeah, there's like cloth there near some of the armors and stuff.
Perfect. I kind of
Could be
walk
used for,
over
like,
to that,
wiping
wipe
down
my
armors and
hands
stuff.
off. Wipe my hands off a bit more and proceed to make my way around over to where the crowd more or less is. And
Oh, so you're going to
Stadium.
head out through the main gate and around. Yep.
Yeah.
No worries.
And
Dane. No, sorry. Okay.
wait, where? Well, I was just gonna say, as I walk in, can I roll a perception just to see, kind of, if I don't know whether Dane is there, but can I roll a perception just see if maybe I figure maybe he joined us?
Yeah. Well, perception. Have a look. Yeah, you
Sorry.
can see him.
Sure, cool.
Yeah.
So I
you
kind
spotted
of
him.
saunter
It
over.
was only a
and kinda-
12.
oh, whatever. I make my way up and kind of join. Fuck words. Join Joe. And just kind of nod like, so, how's it going? Oh,
Roll a
I should.
perception for me.
I kind of
Dane.
also should point out that I used those armband, whatever, to swap my clothing from what I was wearing when I walked in. But so all my clothing is clean, but it looks different. So that way, then he can't quite see me in the crowd. And I've also kind of changed my hair a little bit, not like just enough so that it's a bit different. Yep. Anyways, continue.
No worries. Dane, roll a perception for me.
Already have. Oh, I rolled in out of character. Jesus Christ.
No, so like I'm not saying it. Either or, what was it? 26.
26. Just remove it.
Yeah. So as Wolfe comes and sort of sits next to you, you're looking at the royal table that you were looking at before, and you just see sort of one of the people, the older gentleman with the white beard and the no hair. You can't quite hear what he says from this angle, but you see him just sort of stand up, slam his hands on the table, and walk off. The older gentleman, sort of looks at the younger gentleman, shakes his head a little bit, and then starts following the other guy.
So did Lillian actually speak?
Yes,
I said, how's it? I basically just said, how's it going? That's all I've said.
So you see that, and then she comes up and speaks to you.
Okay. Do I get the feeling that I know that she's been doing some kinky shit?
What's with you two trying to figure out my sexual desires? Jesus Christ.
I mean, probably not. She's changed clothes and she's cleaned herself and everything. You were too far away to hear.
Over the roaring of the crowd. If you rolled a nat 20, maybe.
Yeah.
Oh,
everybody
God,
in the fair
heard. Everyone in
the
the fair.
Baron in his castle, 3 towns away heard.
Not necessarily do they know who it is, they just heard it.
Alright, so the other men are still there. They've just started following the other guy who just stormed.
So the young bloke is still sitting there. One bloke has stormed off and the other guy is following him.
Alright, I'll kind of just keep looking at what was happening, and I'll just kind of assume that I'm tapping like Lillian on the hand or like on the arm or something with like my backhand, not actually paying attention.
Mm-hmm.
Are you seeing these gentlemen over there?
I take it because he's pointing, I am capable of seeing people.
Or
at least...
Yeah, roll a perception because they're kind of far away, but it'll be a low AC. You have to be the 10.
Invert that.
Yeah, you're fine. Yes, what about him?
Yeah, basically, what about him?
Something's just happened. They just, I don't know, I've just been keeping my eye on them. One of them looks like they might be quite regal, and the other two might be advisors or servants, and the other two have just stormed off, and I was thinking of following them to see what might be happening.
Well, doesn't seem like a terrible idea. By the way, I kind of lean over closer to him. I got the key. And please don't ask how.
What do you plan on doing with the key?
Well,
Speaking of, are you keeping it? Are you going to get it remade, or what are you doing?
well, right now I'm gonna just kind of hold on to it, and probably get a copy made of it, actually, because I have it. Oh, I know what'll happen. Anyways, yeah, I'm gonna get a copy of it made,
No worries.
but right now I'm
So
just
you're
gonna hold
going
on to
to.
it.
So you're not going to do that right now. You're going to go with Joe to follow these people, or what are you doing?
Sounds like a good idea, Joe. So you think you're up to the task of keeping an eye on them? I think I want to get a copy of this made. I'm saying this in a hushed voice to him.
I don't know if I can keep my eye on all three at once.
Which one do you believe would be the most important to keep an eye on?
Probably just keep an eye on the Regal guy. In the flashy red robes. I'll deal with the other two.
So yeah, the young guy in the last robes is still sitting there at the table. He's
So that's the
gone
fancy
to get.
red robed dude.
Yeah.
And he's
Mhm.
just sitting there still?
Yeah. So you think he? So as you're looking over, you see him get up and he goes to sit over at the table with the rest of the royal people to watch the jousting tournament.
So he just wants me to continue to keep an eye on him?
Sit there, watch that kid.
All right then, honey, but after that, I gotta get going to get this done.
Alright, I'll just get up and start trying to follow the two that walked off.
Yep, no worries. Okey-dokey then. So you just sort of you wander your way over, you'll get your way through the crowd out the end, out to jousting arena section. You sort of go around to the back to where you think that the royals are coming in and out of. You see sort of there's a section there with a couple of guards. Clearly they're not going to let you through. You can sort of see the two gentlemen a bit behind them, sort of in like a little grassy section. They're sort of still arguing with each other a little bit. If you want to roll a perception or something, see if you can hear what they're saying or something.
Alright, if I can do it without looking too suspicious with the other guards.
Yeah, so you can roll a stealth if you want to look less suspicious as well.
Alright, so I'll do the stealth first then, eh?
Yeah.
I don't know why I called it that, but whatever. Damn.
That'll do. So you find yourself sort of a good position, like near a tree, but near the area, so that the guards can't really see you, but you can still sort of hear what they're trying to say. You hear the two old gentlemen saying, "The young boy's a fool. He has no idea of military tactics. I don't see why his father left him in charge." And the other bloke sort of leans back. He's like, I know, you're right. But look, as long as we keep following his orders, everything should be okay. The plan is in motion. We've just got to wait it out. And that's really all the conversation you've heard from them.
Yeah.
Anyway, back to Crow. So have you wandered in from your second jousting match?